Thanks. Judy Downard.
What do I do here?
You can just close that. And then you can just use the arrows there. Just use those ones.
Okay. Kia ora and good morning.
Tēnā koutou katoa. 3 weeks ago, I presented to you on climate breakdown and asked you to declare a climate emergency. Councillor Vicky Buck asked me what I thought the council most needed to address to mitigate climate breakdown. The principle behind declaring emergency is that the first step in solving any crisis is acknowledging the scale of the problem. The next step is committing to address it. And once we've made that commitment, then we have to decide how. I want to acknowledge this council's commitment to addressing climate breakdown, the steps already taken towards carbon neutrality in-house, and the forming of a working group to set direction. That is exactly what's needed. Climate change must be the yardstick against which every council decision is measured. My submission today is my first response to Councillor Buck's question. The citywide profile of greenhouse gas emissions shows transport is the largest emitter. Given that many aspects of transport fall under the council's area of influence, it is clearly an important priority to target in relation to climate breakdown. In relation to this goal, the council's draft plan is visionary in seeing the need to get as many cycleways on the ground as possible, as soon as possible. You lead a city which is growing at 100,000 people per decade for Greater Christchurch, and at the current car ownership rate, with that will come 90,000 extra cars every 10 years. We have 913 cars per 1,000 people in Christchurch, 30% higher than Auckland or Wellington. Where are those 90,000 extra cars going to go? You couldn't fit them on the arterial road network if you tried. You cannot afford to delay the cycleways. A recent University of Otago report, Turning the Tide from Cars to Active Transport, has recommended government put targets and legislation in place to reduce car use in urban centres from 84% of trips to 45% of trips by 2050, halving our car trips. Our government is already pushing the NZTA hard towards exactly this outcome. How are we going to meet this target? It so happens that 2/3 of our commuter car trips are within a comfortable cycling distance, 5k or less. After the earthquake, this council did the most amazing piece of community consultation with the Share an Idea Expo. And the public clearly asked for safe cycle facilities. Christchurch is not a city of drivers, it's a city of wannabe cyclists. This report recommends a nationally funded program to promote active transport driven by concerns about climate change. NZTA likewise has funding available right now. Our draft annual plan proposes bringing forward cycleway funding in order to maximise the government contribution available. We can't afford to miss out on that funding. We need to stick with the plan. I want to remind you where we've come from. Look at you gorgeous people. Yay! Top Cycling Town 2017 and Bike to the Future Award for the unicycle route. I ride the Papanui parallel to work every day and it's awesome. I love it. You guys are leaders in provision for cycling. Let's keep it coming. I'd like to show a couple of videos here from Modacity, the Bruntlet blog, who visited, the Bruntlets visited Christchurch recently. This is what we could have if we keep up the momentum. Isn't this fantastic? The side streets give way, and the only time she has to stop is at arterial roads. How many more people would cycle if our city's streets were this inviting? How many would leave their cars at home if the choice was this easy? When you declare climate change and the people of Canterbury understand the need to urgently get out of their cars, you are going to need these cycleways to be in place. Modacity says, people who want to bike from A to B shouldn't have to choose between comfort and convenience, nor should they be forced to risk their life. A safe space for cycling is the bare minimum politicians can do to support them in making their city and the planet a better place to live. So let's get our city looking like this. Let's stick to the plan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and just very good timing there for the 5 minutes. So thank you very much for your submission and for the images too. Really very much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judy.
Any questions?
No, I'm afraid that the 5 minutes is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, it was a 5-minute presentation. Yeah. Thank you.